Hi everyone, my name is Erin, and today I'm joined by my wonderful fiance Asher. This is the last time I'm going to say fiance.
Hi.
And we are going to be giving a life update and just, talking about what is going on for us right now. But before we jump into the video, I just wanted to say thank you to this video's sponsor, Moonglow Jewelry. And I'm wearing a necklace from them right now. It's their Pride necklace. So this is what it looks like on, and I'm gonna overlay some footage of it up close. It's really, really awesome, and the whole concept is that you can pick a date that's important to you, and then basically based on that date, whatever the phase of the moon was in that date and location, the necklace will reflect that. So for me, I picked the date that Asher and I first met in person. So that was in March of 2014. Yeah, 2014. And we'd already been talking like 6 months, and then I decided to take the long bus ride from Boston to Toronto to meet them for the first time. And so even though we didn't become official yet then, it only took like a couple months after that, or like a month and a half after that, to become official, and it was such a meaningful time. And yeah, I just remember specifically that Saturday night getting off the bus, and just after such a long ride, I was so excited. For some people that follow me on Instagram, you know that it was actually a bus ride and a half because I forgot my passport halfway through the first ride. I realized that and went back. But it was totally worth it. And then we spent the whole week together, my spring break of that year. And yeah, it was really awesome. So that's the date that I chose. And so this is the moon phase that reflects that date. I believe it's called a waxing gibbous, but I'll put the phase on the screen if I'm wrong. But yeah, so really excited about Moonglow Jewelry, and they just do really awesome work. And they're donating a portion of all the proceeds to Outright Action, which is an international organization all about LGBTQ human rights and all of that. So it's a really awesome cause and awesome organization, and I love the moon. It's definitely something that's really important to us. We always have, in a lot of our posts, and kind of like as an inside, not inside joke, but like inside thing that we say to each other is the ocean emoji and the moon emoji, and just like the relationship.
And my tattoo.
Yeah. And the relationship between the moon and the ocean is like really romantic, we think. So anyway, that's basically the gist of it. But I do have a discount code for you all. It's my Instagram handle, Erin.Butterfield_. So if you do shop from Moonglow Jewelry, you can use that and get a discount. And I'll link all that information in the description below. Okay, so now to get into the video. What is new? When did we last update everyone? What was going on? I guess our last video was the Zoom with moms.
Yeah, but was that much of an update?
No, it wasn't an update, but we were living apart.
So we were living apart while I went back to Canada to deal with the K1 fiance visa interview process. So I had to go back. As some of you may know, I legally changed my name during the pandemic, which I didn't plan on doing. I submitted my name change application prior to the pandemic, and then
it got stalled.
And then once it got approved, it was during the pandemic and a lot of things shut down, and then I actually came here during that time. So I wasn't able to update all my government official IDs and passport and everything like that. It had my previous name on it. So for the K1 fiance visa, I had to make sure everything was updated to match my birth certificate, which is my current name, my name. So I had to go back to Canada for that before I could do the interview and submit my final paperwork for them to schedule me in for that. So I ended up being in Canada for around 3 months.
Yeah.
We were hoping it'd just be a month, maybe a month or 2 months. It ended up being closer to 3 months.
It was like exactly 3 months, I think.
Yeah, so the actual interview was really good. I mean, we've been together for 7 years. They didn't really have a ton of questions because
we'd already submitted like more than enough proof, you know, like it asked for like some proof of our relationship, so we submitted some plane tickets and like Instagram pictures and posts and like our receipts of our engagement rings and stuff like that. So like there really was no question about our validity of as a couple.
Definitely not. And the people I did deal with were really great. So everything went well. And I mean, they had some of the standard questions to ask, but really, I think they knew for sure that we are in a legit relationship, who are clearly doing this so that we could be together.
Really, it's just kind of a nightmare. Like all of the immigration and bureaucratic stuff that we both had to go through is just, you know, in either of our countries is just really, really hard. And just like, you know, we're so lucky that we saved to have the resources to do these processes, and that we have the time and like flexibility and freedom. But a lot of people don't have those privileges, and like we've definitely sacrificed a lot to be able to do that. Like me living in Canada and becoming a permanent resident, and then you doing this reverse and all that. Like it's, you know, it's all really hard, and like it doesn't even need to be. It's just, I personally don't think borders should exist, but that's like a whole other convo for a different time. But yeah, it's just this whole process has been really, really hard, and you know, testing our patience, but it's super worth it, and we're just finally glad to be on the other side.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, because we were going through it during the pandemic, it did take longer than we did initially expect to, which already was going to be a long process.
Yeah, it like doubled the time, I think, almost.
Yeah, so obviously we don't recommend doing stuff during the pandemic. We didn't plan to be going through a pandemic. We didn't expect it. I was really grateful to be here for a lot of the time while we were in the waiting process. And then of course having to travel back and be apart for 3 months was difficult again, and like something we didn't want to have to go through ever again. We don't like being long distance.
We've done it enough, and we don't need to do it again. But luckily, we won't have to do it again. I know we've said that in another video.
A billion times, but hopefully this is literally the last time.
It really should be. Okay, sorry, the camera cut out, but what we were saying was that we are super happy that we won't have to do long distance again. So basically the next step, since Asher got approved after their interview in Montreal, the next step is the wedding. So if you've heard of 90 Day Fiance, you know a little bit about, I guess, what we're going through. I mean, you know, it's not, I haven't seen the show, but the visa is the same visa that they all do. So once the international person or the immigrant has their interview in their home country, then the couple has 90 days to get married from that point, or from once they enter the United States. So Asher entered the United States like mid-May, so 90 days to get married, and we did really want to have it during a specific month.
I proposed to Erin on June 12th, and we really would love to get married during Pride Month still. June 12th would have been too sudden after I got here and just planning everything and just everything going on with her mom and everything like that. So we thought about doing it at the end of the month, so we decided on Sunday, June 27th. So in exactly 1 week from right now, when we're filming, we're gonna be married. Yeah,
it's super, super exciting. It like still doesn't fully feel real, even though we've been planning and we have our outfits and everything like that. But I think once we get there and start like putting our little decorations together and like get our flowers and stuff like that, it will start feeling more real. But right now it just kind of feels like, is this seriously happening? We've been waiting for so long. We just celebrated on June 12th, we just celebrated our 3 years of being engaged. And we knew it would be a long engagement because of the immigration process and because of how hard it is for international couples to get married. But we didn't know exactly like what our journey would be. And yeah, so now we're pretty much at the end of the immigration journey, and it just feels unreal. We have a few more forms to fill out and stuff like that before
after we get married.
Yeah, after we get married, before Asher can get their green card, but that is the next step.
And then I'll be here forever with this one.
I'm so excited. And so just to talk a little bit about the wedding, we are doing a really small wedding, mainly because of COVID and because of how short of a time we had to plan it.
My family will be attending the wedding virtually rather than in person, with everything going on with COVID and the restrictions in Canada currently, and the COVID vaccine rollout is just a bit delayed. A lot of my family members have their first vaccine, but they don't have their second dose and won't be able to do so for a few months at least. It doesn't work out that they're able to attend in person. But
there's like so many restrictions. Like if they were able to come, then going back to Canada, you have to like do so many different things to quarantine and like not work for a certain amount of days or even 2 weeks or something, and like you have to spend a bunch of money on a certain hotel and near the airport and just like all these different things. It's like not at all realistic or like accessible to most people, and like we wouldn't expect that, especially because it was such short notice. And so with that being said, and with also if anyone could come, like not being fully vaccinated around my mom Linda, who just finished chemo, definitely isn't a good situation, just because mama still has a compromised immune system, and so even though she's fully vaccinated, it's just not at all recommended for her to be around people that aren't. And with traveling in general, you could get other different germs and things like that. So it's just like a complicated, hard situation to be in, and we're all really bummed that we can't celebrate together in person, but in 2 years we will. Definitely weddings and marriage is not for everyone, but it is for us, and we do want what we want, and that is a wedding where everyone can celebrate with us. So in 2 years we are going to be having a much bigger wedding, like not
an official wedding, like a bigger celebration of us being married.
Yeah, exactly. Because this is our wedding. We are getting married in 1 week. Like this is really,
it's a big deal.
A big deal, and this is our wedding, and we're taking it seriously, obviously. And we are having a celebration in 2 years. That's the
with everyone
situation.
who can and couldn't attend this one.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's just gonna be like 6 or 7 guests next week. Really, really happy that we have technology so that Asher's family can be virtually a part of our wedding. But yeah, it's just parents and siblings, and it'll be really good, I think. I mean, I'm so excited. Like it's still, like I said, it doesn't feel real, but I'm excited.
To end our life update, we are staying in California, period.
Yay!
We're not buying a house, but we're staying here.
Yeah, so one of our last life updates that you watched, we were super excited because we bought a house. That did not end up working out. We kind of got scammed. So unfortunately, Richmond Home American and American Home Mortgage Company, they're under the same umbrella and corporation, and they kind of really screwed us over big time. So we definitely lost some money and really got our hearts broken, but it all turned out for the best. We're super excited to be staying in California. Basically everything that's happened since we found out that it wasn't going to go through has just like led us to believe that this is totally the right decision. And like I'm not the type of person to say everything happens for a reason, because there's so much bad stuff in the world. So like that's not how I feel, but I do think this happened for a reason. And just to be able to stay in California and like hopefully forever.
We're gonna try and look more into staying here. I mean, we're really happy in California and would like to stay here if possible. We're not crossing Arizona off.
Yeah, not completely.
We're really gonna aim to try and stay in California.
Yeah, definitely. And if I had known that my mom was going to get sick or anything like that, we wouldn't have even put an offer on in November. Like we just never would have done that and decided to leave or anything. So, you know, it's better now, even though she's done with chemo and I really think she beat this thing. It's still really good to be in the same state as them both, and as my brother and his partner, and just like be around family. I don't know, it just definitely is the best decision, and
we're happy it didn't work out, honestly.
Yeah, it took a couple days of, you know, frustration and anger and like confusion to get over it, but it wasn't as hard to get over as I would have expected, and so that shows a lot, I think.
Yeah, but that being said, we are unimpressed with our experience and would not recommend them based on our own personal experience.
No, it was a total nightmare.
Yeah, like
honestly.
some people probably have positive experiences. Obviously, it's a company that's been around for like 40 years or so. But our experience was very negative, and
it was very negative, and there was multiple instances of unprofessional conduct and just really kind of sketchy things. I think we were just too excited about the opportunity of owning a house and like designing our house and stuff that we kind of just like let the red flags pass us by. But upon looking at everything, it's just like a really, in our opinion, unprofessional and kind of sketchy company to be dealing with.
Yeah.
But that's just our opinion.
Yeah.
All right, so that is the update. Basically, a lot is going on, it seems like, always with us. So, getting married next week.
That's the biggest, most exciting update.
Yeah. Then Asher getting their green card will be the next step.
That's pretty exciting.
Pretty exciting. And then staying in San Diego another year at least. We extended our apartment lease, so staying here at least a year.
And we do love this area.
We really do. And then we'll revisit what to do next, but definitely hoping to stay in California.
As married people.
I know, that's gonna be so crazy.
Yes. Catch us in the next video when we're married.
That's so crazy.
And Erin will introduce me as her wife.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna feel so good. And yeah, we will be vlogging part of our mini moon. We're going on the PCH, Pacific Coast Highway. So we'll definitely put a vlog, I was gonna say blog, put a vlog up at some point for the mini moon.